Hey guys, gals, friends, and pals, this is Paul EastX Twitch, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Game School, where we learn about a different game every Saturday of the year. Tonight, I'm joined on mic by Tyler.
Hello, can you not hear me?
There's Tyler.
And weird. Sorry about that.
We've got BrandyKatz off to the side.
Hello.
We are streaming the Ambassador Fractured Timelines for Xbox One. It is also on Nintendo Switch and Steam. Guess what it's not on, Tyler?
PlayStation 4.
Yeah, can you believe it?
It's weird.
Such a weird thing. So, Tyler, do you happen to know anything about this game?
I don't know anything about this game, but I've played the guy who's made its previous games.
Oh, what else did he make?
He made that puzzle game, and he made another puzzle game. I can't remember. I'll have to look up both their names.
Okay. So I'm the Ambassador of Time. I'll serve the realm. That puzzle game. Speak now or forever hold the fellowship's oath until the end of time. Very well. Cast your eyes in the realm's soil and be guided by her everlasting wisdom. Ah! What just happened? I think his hands were buried in the ground or something. I can move now. Twin stick controls. Yeah, Brian, somebody who has such high security clearance and governmental access, arguably, is sort of a part of the government. The training starts now. But I see the distinction that you're making. Good day, I'm here to teach you about the most interesting part of being in the Fellowship. The manipulation of time. Brownmeister never said if I said Melbourne correctly. Did he? No time for games! You're here, and you're here fairly on time. It's good to see you. You should be on mic with us again sometime, no time? Close enough, he says. Yay! I try to be culturally sensitive, Brownmeister. Oh, I think Brandy's never seen the Bart versus Australia episode of The Simpsons. That's right. We need to watch that very soon. Yeah, it's a pretty cool look. Remember, while we can stop time, no one knows how to go back in time. See if you can stop one of these arrows while it's flying right at you. What's that?
What happens if you don't stop one of the arrows?
For real.
Oh, it looks like they're a publisher, so maybe the games that I played aren't made.
Oh, okay.
Published by them.
So he doesn't react after I stop the arrows. I guess you're just supposed to go on. Yeah, see, Stadia's got that Pac-Man game coming out. That makes me actually really want it.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's because Google has to be throwing some exclusive money around, don't you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, they have to have any sort of chance, but...
and there's an exclusive Bomberman, too.
Interesting.
So, how can... Those are two of my favorite franchises, so how can I resist it? Martial weapons will return to you. Oh, I see. So when I throw this, it comes back. Spear is called a martial weapon. A marital weapon, you might say. That's a good question, Brownmeister. I don't know. I did practice. What do you think of the look, Tyler?
It's okay. It's a little it's a little too pixely. Like it's like the kind of the more sloppy pixel art style.
Yes, it is like that.
It's not my favorite, but I've seen worse types of it.
I'm with Tyler on that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with both of you. It's not as nice looking as, say, like a really good pixel art style, but it's okay. I mean, it's not unpleasant looking.
It just makes the edges a little blurry.
It's more powerful than martial weapons. So, they can use to break structures. They consume 1 mana per shot fired. It's totally mana. Mana sounds dumb. End of story. Mana is located on the top left of the HUD. Be sure to keep an eye on it as it regenerates on its own. I got it. So you got 2 different weapons you can choose from, Tyler. Physical, which has unlimited ammo, and magical, which requires some time to recharge.
Pretty typical. Every video game ever made.
I don't know about every game, but yeah. Okay, you can change your loadout by going to this screen, Traveler's Clothes. I need to make this text a little bigger. It's a bit involving to read what they're saying. Where's the mouse cursor? There it is. Okay. Give me a minute, guys. I'm just going to zoom in here. Control plus. Don't let me forget to edit this out, darling.
Okay.
That's better. Maybe widen it a little bit. Alright. Oh, my... Hey, Matt Wrestling, I'm glad to see you. My hat says G. That's short for Gizmonic Institute. Can anybody tell me where that comes from?
Gizmonic.
The Gizmonic Institute.
Gizmonic Institute. Actually, this guy in the yellow outfit here looks like a person from the Gizmonic Institute. Temporal stasis objects. Yay, the C got it right. Thank you. Yeah, I bought this hat on sale a few months back, and I've forgotten to wear it ever since, so I thought I'd wear it tonight. It's very comfortable. It like stretches over the back of your head instead of having a clasp to adjust tightness.
So maybe it would actually fit my head.
Okay, this is... Well, I hope so.
No, like, I can't wear any baseball cap ever made.
Your head's not bigger than my head. You do have more hair,
No,
though.
small.
Oh. They're quite simple. These objects build force as they're suspended in time. Shooting one while stopping time will blow it up. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and that blew it up. Isn't that a cool mechanic, Tyler? You know it is.
That is cool.
It is.
And it doesn't blow up until you unfreeze time.
So you can move away.
Yeah, well, since I also have a lot of masks, as you guys know, although about 4 or 5 of them are missing, but yeah, I like to accessorize. That's why I've talked about it before, but this is why I don't have a tattoo, because I can just wear lots of different things and have the variety while still expressing myself. But I'm not complaining about your tattoos, Brandy.
I didn't think you were.
Good. Okay, if they have a shield, that means they're invincible. But any foe can be made vulnerable in some way. So maybe after they attack or something, they'll become vulnerable, and then there'll be a sword arrow icon. You gotta get up. Okay. She's finding the kid to be a bit loud. We miss you, Brian. Oh, I see. Now I can hit him. Boom. At least there's an on-screen indicator to tell you. You don't have to listen for a sound effect or something. Eat 2 food to heal 1 heart. That's a lot of eating to have to do. Give me all my hearts back. Oh, he's not hungry anymore. And you can hunt the wildlife. I want to get into a level. This is too much tutorial for this kind of game.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Portals open when all hostiles are killed. They regenerate mana and health. Good job. Once we're done here, you'll have completed your training. Let's talk about portals. They're the exit of every level. They only open after all enemies have been defeated. They really are a useful way to get around. Alright, let's do it. No, there's more people to talk to. Swamp should reinforce your training. That crumbling bridge ahead can only be passed by using your power to stop time, so remember to hold left trigger. That was a cool effect, and you can only freeze time for a little while before the effect wears off. We're cleansing places or something. I heard you took a nap, Tyler. Do you do that very often?
No, once in a while. Like, I just fall asleep in my chair. I do it more so when it's cold. These.
Is it cold right now?
Oh yeah.
Dang.
It's cold
Yeah,
here.
we're at
It is?
Yeah. That storm came in yesterday.
You're at a what? A precipice, Tyler?
precipice. What?
You said we're at a, and then you didn't
Oh.
say anything else.
I was just gonna say we're at 56 degrees.
Oh, okay.
And,
That is decently cold.
Oh, and they said snow possibly tomorrow. That'd be cool.
Neat. I haven't seen snow in several years. Brandy saw it last time she was in Canada, I'm sure.
Not the last time, but the time before that, yes.
Oh, okay. Get back here, punk.
In the summer, it's very rare, but we went up there around spring break one time and it did. And I drove in my first blizzard up there.
I would not enjoy that. I'm sure you didn't either. So some barrels are just invincible for some reason. I don't really get that. It seems like you mostly want to use your magic attack since it's stronger, and then you switch over to the other one when you're waiting for it to recharge. Wow, that is a big difference, Jesus Ninja.
Why are there so many people around?
So many... just to give you tutorial stuff.
Okay.
The sound they make, you know, it goes... Blah, 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 blah. That's the artificial talking, sort of like Star Fox or whatever. But it's a bit annoying. Maybe I'm just being picky.
That thing's ugly.
Yes. You have to wait for him to charge and then you can hit him. Wah! Brute Slayer achievement! Yeah! 75 where 37 where Thyronia is. Man, we are all experiencing such a variety of temperatures. Quite a different scope there.
I would say it was in the 60s today.
I had no... I wanted to go for a walk, but there just wasn't time with everything else that had to be done. Out of mana. Okay. Darker Player has a winter weather advisory. She's living in a winter wonderland. This guy's just running for me. Get back here. Got him. Ah! Oh crap, got hit. Killed him. Tyler!
Yes,
Have you watched anything this week?
I watched Borat 2.
Oh yeah! Well, let's talk about Borat 2, why not?
Yeah.
Which is Amazon Prime exclusive.
Yes, it is. I thought it was gonna cost money, but I guess it was free. Like I thought it was gonna be like Mulan style, where you had to pay for it. I didn't realize it was just free on
I
Prime,
still
but that's
haven't
cool.
seen that one.
Yeah, didn't you tell me, Tyler, that you were tired of paying for it?
So sick of paying for it.
I feel ya.
I hate paying for it too.
Jordan, no! Yeah, the first one actually came out in theaters, didn't it?
Yeah.
But given that this one is coming out during the pandemic, and it's even got the pandemic worked into the plot, it does make sense to release it digitally. Remember to use your powers. So, what are your general thoughts about Borat 2, Tyler? How'd you like first of all, how do you like Borat before watching Part 2?
Yeah, I think Borat's pretty hilarious. I like Part 2. I thought it was funny, for the most part.
I would say it's not as funny as Part 1.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But in their defense, it has a bit more story to it, doesn't it?
Right,
And
exactly.
that's got to be why. So we could talk a little bit about the story. He returns to America on a different mission than last time. The mission this time, what is the mission?
He's supposed to deliver a monkey to Vice President Pence, I think. Or to
Yes.
Donald Trump. I don't remember what the original person
I think it was to
is.
give it to Pence because he couldn't give it directly to Trump because of what he did in front of Trump Tower in the first movie.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Ah. And there's a new character who tags along. His producer doesn't tag along in this one, although there is a reference to him. So who's the new character and what's she like?
His daughter. His non-male son.
Yes.
That's a way to put it. And what do you think of the daughter character?
I thought she was funny. I thought she did a really good job.
Agreed. And like right at the start of the movie, she genuinely does look only 15, like they're saying, you know, because
Right.
but then like when she's dressed up later on, she does not any longer look like a child. Is how I feel. Although that could have something to do with the stuffing with balloons. Here's the greatest evil among the slug. I wasn't expecting... Yeah, I really liked her. She has a little character arc and everything, and I found that stuff interesting. But also, isn't she just... She's, like, adorable. She should be appropriate to... Nice. So, that's good, because they've added some, you could say, appeal for female viewers. You know, like the first one, you got Borat and a big, fat Middle Eastern dude, you know? So this one, now there's a female character and she's got a female-centric arc, and I think that perhaps gives the movie a broader appeal.
Possibly. I would agree with that.
So Brandy agrees that it's clever satire, but she... tell us your thoughts, Brandy Bill.
I was just worried because people who are not as educated as we are here might see it and not exactly know that it's a parody. And so they would basically pick out the parts that are less good and appeals to them.
So she's basically saying she's afraid that, for instance, people who are racist or whatnot would not understand that the satirical humor is making fun of that, not endorsing it.
Correct.
What do you think, Tyler? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Or?
I think it's a pretty valid concern. I've heard I can't remember exactly what I read or what I saw on Twitter or on the internet and stuff, but it kind of was just saying, like, you can't just pretend to be that kind of person all the time, because you'll end up kind of garnering the wrong crowd if you use that type of humor too much. Like, you really will attract people who think you're not being humorous, but instead you're being real and stuff. So I could see that. I don't know that there'll be a ton of that, because I think a lot of people won't watch Borat unless they're in a specific demographic. But it's responsible.
Yeah, like, conservative people generally understand that Borat is, they understand the goals of Borat, like making other, like, racist people and whatnot look like fools, and so thus they would not give it a chance in the first place, right?
I gotcha.
So I got a broadsword. Thanks, Darker Player. But, there's still... I think it's people who haven't solidified their mind into an I'm liberal or I'm conservative viewpoint that might maybe be able to see it and take it the wrong way, if that was a possible thing. It's a nice view. But, Tyler, in the movie's defense, and this is what I told Brandy, it always stops and takes the steam out of those things. I don't want to say the P word, but it always, it'll have somebody being racist, but then there's something that makes them look foolish right afterwards. Like, it's never like those things are actually portrayed in a truly positive light.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyway, congratulations, winner, Justin! Yay! So it sounds, though, like Tyler and I both really like it, and Brandy likes it to some extent. But I do highly recommend it if you like Borat. In general, there's a little bit more story to it, so less jokes, but the jokes that are there are still quite good, and, just fun to see him back after all this time.
It's good and it's humorous. As I said, I've seen too much of American let me hide my eyes or stick my head in the sand that...
I agree, Spazpole.
Yeah. I also don't know how much of it is scripted and, our actors, and then...
It's hard to tell, isn't it,
yeah.
Tyler?
I think it's quite a bit more scripted than they want people to believe. Like, they want people to think that it's really... This one felt quite a bit more staged than the first one, even. That's just my thought.
Because there is more of a solid story to it, so you do have to have...
Right, exactly. You can't just tell a story without scripting and all that stuff.
Yes, but it is not all scripted, and no. I think even when someone's in on it, it's still being done in an improvisational way that, keeps the line a bit blurry. But like, there's articles about the first movie. He hung out with a bunch of frat boys, and it seems like I remember the frat boys knew like a little bit of a loose framework of what they were supposed to do, but still, all the conversations and stuff just came totally from them.
Darker Blair said if you eat nothing in a level, you get an achievement called vegan.
Oh, nice. So I should try to do that. Am I in a level now? You just don't eat anything. That's what I've learned. I do need to lose some weight. People who've been watching the stream for a long time have just seen me gain weight over the years. It's so embarrassing when I look at old streams.
It happens.
It is a common thing to happen to people as they get older, isn't it, Tyler?
I promise you, he's still gorgeous.
Oh. But I don't want to get all William Shatner-y, you know?
Please, don't stop talking like this.
There's something on the wing. I want that achievement. I gotta not eat. Well, you know, Icky, I'll take that under consideration. No, I mean, like, I have a lot of duties from work, you know, like as a teacher, you're not just working during your work hours, and then you got your family duties where you have to be there for dinner and things like that, and, you know, I've got my hobbies, like my arcade stuff that I do, and, you know, the different Facebook groups that I either manage or am very active in, and it can just be really hard to find the time to go out and exercise like I know I need to do. Although that's not the main way to lose weight. You know, like exercise is a supplemental way to lose weight, but still really needed. I just canceled my gym membership the other day, actually, Tyler. You know, like I haven't been there all year. Like the whole year I haven't been. But do you remember what happened in March that made gyms shut down?
Yeah, there was a comment they hit Rio Paulo, I don't know, someplace in Brazil, and then that caused all the gyms in the world to shut down.
That is pretty much completely accurate, Tyler. You're very good with factual accuracy.
Thank you.
I didn't eat anything that level. Where's my achievement?
I'll be right back. 1 second.
Okay. I didn't get an achievement. How many levels does it have to be that I don't eat something? Yeah, they are open. But the thing is, I decided that I would rather just go for walks outside than go to the gym at all, right? And I decided this around COVID time when it wouldn't have been smart to go to the gym anyway. And the thing is, I could not cancel my membership. Like, they don't let you cancel it online. They make it as hard as they possibly can. And there's got to be some kind of evil legal lobbying that allows them to be so anti-consumer with how memberships work. And before I even joined the gym, I knew that they were fairly anti-consumer with their membership, because I've had friends and such who had memberships before. But anyway, I couldn't cancel my membership, which makes me angry. And so a charge came through the other day, and I wasn't expecting it, and it messed me up. And I was like, oh god, you know. I'm not happy about it. But so I was like, okay, how do I cancel it now? And it turns out I had to go in person to cancel it, which, again, is ridiculous. You should just be able to do it over the phone or online. Yes, it was Planet Fitness. Good guess, Spazpole. Oops, I gotta pay attention. I was paying attention to chat. Somebody isn't paying very much attention, so it's...
Oh, sorry.
Some co-host assistance would be welcome, especially since Tyler keeps running off.
Meh, what happens? I didn't have any problem.
That was weird.
The only one that I've known of that has problems like that is a local thing, so Holly actually canceled and then ended up having like 6 months worth of charges because they didn't really cancel it or something.
Dang, that's really bad.
Yeah,
your sister.
Yeah, that was a local, as I said, just kind of, it's not a chain.
Where's my hammer? So I've learned that the hammer is a dumb weapon because it takes... You have to walk over to it to get it. It doesn't automatically come back to you. Well, if I just remember that, I can account for it. Hey, Mongbox, we're so glad to see you! I feared you had forgotten about us, and that made me very sad. Alright, where'd my hammer go? I hope everything's good. I know the start of the school year is a challenging time.
Especially this one.
Happens to the best of us. Yeah, this is certainly the hardest school year ever for most of us, or a lot of us at least. Where'd the hammer go?
Thought you picked it up.
Sometimes I think so, and then I don't have it. I'm still not eating food.
Strange.
Is that what the achievement I already got was for? Because I've clearly not eaten food for several levels.
Yeah, maybe. I hear you, Mogbox.
Busy as a bee.
I do not enjoy spending hours.
Spazpole, my year had... Whoa, that guy's dangerous. Dang, you gotta stay far away from this dude. The music is... It's like fitting this... It fits the scene, but it's not peppy at all. Just utterly unpeppy, I would say.
It's not peppertastic.
It's just sedate. Oh, there I ate some food. I see, so you have to manually eat the food. It doesn't automatically get eaten.
But then you must have gotten that achievement.
Yeah,
I think.
that is the achievement that I got. They were not... You guys got to communicate a little better. Use a few more words so you get the entire point across.
There was...
I mean, they didn't say you got the achievement for...
Oh,
They just said there is one, so then I kept trying to get it.
gotcha.
Yeah, Bob Jones, I guess that does make sense. I'm gonna get a new shirt, yay. Words are hard, aren't they? Well, words are my business. They always have been. Or for at least for a very long time.
Obviously, math is my business.
Ah. And science. Oh, hey, don't do that.
I miss biology.
So yesterday was my son's birthday, guys, and I also mentioned this in the newsletter. Nothing makes you feel older like your kids getting older. But also the horrible pain that you develop as an old person. Kill them all, that's what you do. But for his birthday, he came over with my mom. You know, we kept it small. And then my nephew eventually came over later in the night, thanks to Brandy's help.
Family.
How am I supposed to get through here? Oh, there we... I see. Playing with the time mechanic. We watched Godzilla King of the Monsters, which is the second of Legendary's Godzilla movies. And, you know, I already remembered King of the Monsters as being kind of dumb. It is unfortunately not a very smart script at all. But, yeah, you know, the dumbness on rewatch is a little bit more painful to sit through. Brandy fell asleep during the movie, but I don't think she gave it a fair chance.
I actually didn't fall asleep, but it was hard not to fall asleep.
But, like, the human characters, they're so hard to care about. Like, they took the criticism about the first movie's human character being uninteresting. They took that into account and came up with 3 main characters, and they're all uninteresting. So that is like 3 times better, according to the
kid.
She does Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh yeah, it sucks.
The kid really, like, she does things, but she doesn't have any particular personality or anything, and plus she does let her dad down.
I was disappointed with how bad it was. The monster fights are fine.
Yeah,
the monster... They're all shot in, like, 2 colors, like dark blue and black, or orange and black.
There was a
That
lot
kind of thing,
of that
yeah.
movie like that.
Yeah, well, they do the fights at night in order to hide the special effects, hide flaws in the special effects. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I agree, more of a variety and setting would be good. But the fights are very cool, especially the last one, you know? I really enjoyed that, with Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, all of them there together, and they get, you know, some of them really get their chance to shine, which is fun.
It's kind of weird how, like, they're kind of make Godzilla a good guy or whatever, I don't know. But, like, I don't know. It's just weird, like, that huge creatures like that could really take sides.
I think it's kind of like Godzilla's side is the natural balance of the Earth, and Ghidorah's side is just destroying everything. Isn't that the
Ghidorah's
idea?
Cool. I don't know. Ghidorah's
Very
cool, though.
Okay, let's go through this again. MST3K Worthy of the Sea says, yeah, you know, the original Mystery Science Theater 3000 did do one or more Godzilla movies. Because back then it was easier to license the Godzilla movies. Toho, the company that owns Godzilla, is notoriously difficult to work with.
Hey, hooks.
I really don't like these guys who swing their sword. It's like, it's too hard to get away from the swing. If you hit the time control button at just the right time, you can, but...
It does have a great big arc.
But it's just, it's got such a range, yeah. Tiny upsetting shorts. Coincidentally, that's exactly the type of shorts that Tyler wears around the house.
Hey, except not in the winter, though. It's too cold for those.
Fair enough, Tyler. So besides that, have we watched anything? We need to watch more High Score Girl. We're on the second season, so we watched the first episode of that.
We finished the first season of My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, My Hero Academia, getting Brandy all caught up.
And a little bit of Paranoid something.
Oh yeah, Paranoia Agent. We haven't talked about, or we might have talked about it, I forget. It's sort of like Twin Peaks, but animated. And...
I'm not enjoying that one as much.
oh, I'm sorry. I really like it. But it's deliberately mysterious.
And they may redeem it. It's just, it's a little too off. And that's...
A bit impenetrable is what you're saying?
So...
Interesting.
I watched the first Saw.
Oh, what'd you think of it?
I mean, I'd seen it before, but it seemed like a good Halloween movie to watch, and it's still good.
Huh. You know,
I like that movie.
I don't know why the premise does not appeal to me.
The first one is really cool, because it's really like a kind of a psychological thriller more than just gore porn. But
That's good.
That is a great term. I've never heard that term.
Yeah,
like all
and
the later Saw movies are.
there's also torture porn is another kind.
Yeah, torture porn, that's another way of putting it, yep.
The Hostel movies.
See, I like, that's how I felt about, which one is that?
This
One where the boy is supposed to go on the airplane but doesn't, and the airplane goes down.
Final Destination.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one, I mean, the first one of that is pretty decent too.
Yeah.
It's still a little bit, it's okay. Like, there's a little few annoying things. But some of these, like, scary thriller movies, the original version of them are really good, and then they just, like, made a bunch of sequels that aren't any good. But
They run it into the ground, right?
yeah, Paranormal Activity, I like the first one too.
Yeah, and it's just after that they just become, as you say, gore porn, or
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, because it's a lot easier to do that than come up with a clever, like a good script with a clever twist and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting that a lot of those shows can be very good thrillers in the beginning.
Thank you. For some reason I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah, I don't like slasher movies, and I don't really like torture porn. So I do like, but I like other kinds of horror movies, like a monster movie. You know, if there's any kind of, even ghosts quite often are a fun component of a movie for me.
Yeah, I never got into like slashers. Like, I watched Scream 4 the other day, and like it's very tongue-in-cheek at that point. Like, I even feel like the first Scream probably was, even though I don't know that I've even ever seen it.
Probably, yeah.
But I mean, it's mildly entertaining in that regard.
Homie Drew wanted to know if you liked the game.
Oh, it's okay. Like it's got good mechanics and stuff. Like this game really doesn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, the C mentions repetitive scenes or kind of repetitive environments. Maybe they'll change up a little bit, but definitely, like, as you progress from level to, or from stage to stage or screen to screen, it looks very similar.
Yes, and it, like, you're doing the same thing over and over. They're just adding more of the same thing over and over, like dealing with the, you know, this particular kind of bad guy. Oh, now you have to deal with 30 of them instead of 20, and it's like not inherently exciting.
And hey, Drew.
Yeah, how's it going, homie Drew? Okay. Get away from him, then hit him. But I mean, I like this. The mechanic of having to freeze time at certain points is clever. It's good. I think it just needs a little bit more excitement. Like, the music's not peppy, and the environment is the same for every level. So these are things that keep a game from being perhaps as exciting as it should be. Wonder where that portal goes. Cleared. Okay, well, where does this portal go? Oh.
There.
Okay. And I've got these things. These are supposed to blow up. But they just slide around. Like, what's the point of that? I don't get what I'm trying to do. Oh, do I need to use it to work a switch or something? Is that what it is?
Earlier, you moved it and it blocked the arrows from getting you.
Was that actually what it was for or not?
I have no idea. I just knew that it was.
You could say that, yeah, relaxing is a fair way to put it. Maybe smidge too relaxing, but... That is flipped. The sea seems to have similar movie taste to me if she's agreeing with me, which I think she is. The sea, were you in the Thyrenia wedding pictures? I mean, or were you the one taking them? Because I saw Thyrenia and Rai, and that was cool. Cutlasses. You have to throw them both at the same time. Yeah, I like relaxing. Okay, because I would love to see which ones are you specifically. But I like relaxing in games like Forza Horizon or like the Dynasty Warriors type games. Like, hitting a bunch of enemies, big fields of enemies, is relaxing. It's not the same as what we're doing here. These have a crazy arc that makes them hard to use. You definitely want to kill the arrow guys as soon as possible. They're dangerous. But we're getting there. Yeah, I see. Is something generating enemies? Or they? Because there sure are a lot. Oh, what's this guy have to say? I yield! Recently received word that my father's passed. Take the armor I left by the portal. It was my father's finest work. Okay, where? God, there's a lot of enemies. Die, fool! Yeah, somebody enter for that Steam code. Or did anyone win it earlier? I want to give that game away and make sure the code works. You do need... With Steam codes, you need to redeem them right away, because there's no way for us to check if they're good or not.
So just a few weeks till the new consoles come out.
Yeah, what are your current thoughts about them?
I mean, there's no reason for me to get one at launch.
So you're not going to try? Or, well,
I have a pre-ordered one from Target, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. But yeah, I mean, I don't even have a 4K TV, so like, I'm behind the ball when it comes to that sort of stuff. So that even the more impressive graphics and stuff of brand new games really aren't going to be there for me.
Well, you'd benefit from the super fast loading times.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But
I think I'll probably get a 4K TV before I get a new console.
Well, 4K TVs are now affordable, Tyler. You could spend $300 on a decent little one.
Yeah, well, I have a hard time replacing things that work just fine in my 55-inch Panasonic 1080, what do they call it? Plasma is still going strong.
But do you have another room you could put it in? another room for your existing TV?
No. Like, I mean, I don't even watch TV in my bedroom anymore. I have 2 TVs and I don't even...
Okay, well, another thing you could do is give it to someone or sell it to someone.
True.
Because, for instance, for the stream, I've got the monitor I'm playing on and the one that I'm watching the chat on, and we're going to replace those with 4K monitors within the next month or so. So, when we do that, then we're going to take one of the monitors and put it in a different place in the household, and the other one we'll either use at work or we'll give to someone. It's like, I mean, you may know somebody who your old TV would be an upgrade. For whom your old TV would be an upgrade. That's what I'm saying.
I'm kind of with Tyler. If it works, I really don't need to replace it. I can spend money on other things.
But yeah, like, I don't want to be at a disadvantage when I'm playing video games. Like, do you want to be the guy with the ghetto TV, or do you want to be the guy who has the current standard of TV, you know?
I don't care.
Me having the ghetto one.
Well, if it was ghetto...
Well, you're a girl.
If it was ghetto, then I wouldn't want to be. But also, I mean, I'm not even gonna... There's nothing really coming out. Like,
oh god, how do I
Demon's
get
Souls would be
across?
cool, but besides that, I wouldn't get any new games anyway.
I would get Spider-Man myself, but...
Jordan.
What's funny? Clever. No, I
think so too, Icky.
I mean, people feel different ways about this, but I like being relatively near the cutting edge. I don't have to have the very nicest of everything, you know? But yeah, I like to have the basic good standards for something.
I mean, there's a lot of people in the tech world, in the gaming world and stuff that are like that. So you're definitely not alone there.
Yeah, and it's not just bragging rights. I mean, like, nicer things are nicer. You know, that's why people want them in the first place. It's not just because of looks.
Use your magic on it.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that was it. How did I not... I didn't realize that some things are affected by only magic, apparently. I feel silly now.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe not the best mechanic ever. But, like, why would a sword flying at them not break it, but a magic spell break it?
Yeah, it's just a barrel.
Yeah.
The stream is saved.
I guess so. So the mana needs to recharge faster because I don't like any of the weapons. Yay, no time for games, way to go!
None of the weapons?
This one's okay, but it's weaker. The better ones, the ones that do more damage, all have wacky arcs and stuff. Hey Ads, good to see you. Did we already give out our Steam code tonight? It was... whatever that game is. I have no mouth and I must scream.
Whatever that game was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was... Your Name Here, I don't know. Fill in the blank. No takers. Well, Ads might like it. You guys, that is a really cool game. I don't see why we're having such a hard time giving it away. Yes, it's a classic adventure game, but if you like sci-fi and the writings of Harlan Ellison, it's a must-play. Tyler, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Is there any gaming news this week? You know, I actually haven't kept up with the news very well. Look at this big wooden guy.
I haven't been following too much. Well, that's a cool.
Yeah.
Nothing that I can think of.
If anybody in the audience can mention a cool bit of gaming news, we'd certainly love to react to it.
I think they said that the Xbox One Series 1X
There's 2 of them.
is coming out in a few weeks. And
Yeah.
They're bringing out a new model, the 1X1, Series X1X.
Tyler, it sounds like
Yeah,
you're
now
making
I'm
fun of the
totally
dumb
confused.
names for the Xbox consoles.
Treants.
It's
Yeah,
been
but
funny, like
jerks.
watching, like even on Twitter, they'll like there's people who are like point out where Microsoft themselves get the naming conventions wrong on their like product listings and stuff on the websites. Pretty funny.
That is funny.
No Time for Games says that the Series X is going to support media remotes.
Oh yeah, that was news today. People were concerned because they couldn't. Yay, achievement! But people couldn't find the IR port looking at the front of the console. But it turns out it's hidden behind the sync button of all things. So that's clever design.
Interesting. Doesn't IR have to be like front facing? Like it's okay to be hidden?
Well,
The
it's
fridge was
just
cool.
behind a clear button. You see, so
weird.
it's still facing the front.
Interesting. It's so weird that IR is still a technology that's used.
Yeah, I don't know why people like it better than Bluetooth. The line of sight requirement you would think would be a downside.
They're talking about
Oh yeah, the
fridge.
Series X fridge is also very
We
cool.
saw that like right before the stream. It was awesome.
Yeah, you know, people were teasing that it looks like a fridge, so Microsoft actually made a big fridge of it, Tyler.
That's funny.
Yeah, a giant recreation of the box and everything. So that makes life better.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Have I mentioned that this game is extremely
helping
repetitive
things have a
yet?
sense of humor.
Yes, love it. Because too often they just do things in a real serious, I want your money kind of way or whatever.
Bluetooth can have interference problems.
Doesn't Bluetooth use more battery? And you have to sync it. You know, you have to get it synced the first time. And it can only be synced to one thing at a time. An IR remote, if you had multiple devices that supported it, you could just go up and point it at any of them and there's no setup. And using it on one device doesn't deactivate it from the other device. So I guess those are little advantages. Well, it's not the emitter, it's the receiver, and it's inside the button. So we'll see.
FanFest Trivia Foobar?
What went wrong with the FanFest thing? I thought I signed up for that trivia thing, but apparently not. Because I haven't gotten any emails for it. Go!
Trivia was broken.
Oh, that's not so good. Does it have a question about when Tyler stopped using his Xbox? 'Cause that was a very sad
They
time.
should put that in. It's like, do you remember when we unfairly banned a bunch of people completely?
Oh god, that was unfair.
I mean, it would have been cool. Like, they could have removed the games. They could have... You
Yeah.
know, there were other solutions besides completely nuking people's accounts and systems.
Yeah, scorched earth approach. I really don't see what the benefit of that was.
5K points for everybody.
Just
Or 10K.
what? But I didn't get to do it. I signed up for it. Okay, how do I?
They said that it can get in.
Yeah, but he's saying everyone got a reward because of the error.
Gotcha.
I want that dang reward. Icky, are we up to the third contest? Because I'm afraid we're gonna end things a few minutes early tonight. It's kind of weird when a game doesn't do too much technically wrong, but it just doesn't end up being that
Yeah, I
fun.
mean, it's just it's like a super basic twin stick game. Like, I mean, twin sticks games can be very basic without coming up with extra elements, and they have some. Like, the time thing is okay, but I mean, everything else is very simple, similar. I don't know. Throwing the sword is weak.
And waiting for the magic and your time ability to recharge, although those are reasonable mechanics in and of themselves, they also contribute to the game being a bit annoying, I would say. Oops, I forgot to read the sign.
That would be good, Amy. We want you to have things too.
What?
He says that it would be nice if Microsoft launched rewards for his country.
Agreed.
He couldn't get the 5K rewards.
Yeah, poor Icky. He's always treated like a redheaded stepchild. Sorry, I should be a little bit more alive intellectually. Is it playing a game that I'm not having that much fun with that's making me dull, or am I just kind of tired? I haven't been sleeping that well lately, guys. I did get about 8.5 hours of sleep last night, but I guess I'm still just a bit behind.
Are you doing a stream next week for Halloween?
Yeah, we are going to... Thank you, Tyler. That is a good subject to bring up. We are going to do a stream next week. I'm going to pick a horror-themed game to play. It's not going to be one where we have prizes for that game. But I do have a 4K digital movie code for the movie It. And that's a good movie, and it's in 4K. That's a pretty cool prize, right? It's like $15 value.
Jordan said there's a Pumpkin Jack game.
The movie It. Oh yeah, that game looks cool. See, I owe that publisher a review. Like, I'm supposed to review a game for Co-Optimus for them, and I haven't done it yet, so I can't ask them for prizes.
Well, do that review.
Yeah, when in the world do I ever have time? It's a problem. I started trying to play the Darius Cosmic Collection so I could do the review for it, and the time just went and fast forward, and I didn't get to play it enough to be able to write about it. I hate that.
Play Costume Quest. I actually like that one.
Hey,
I played that for a bit.
Costume Quest 2 is how we met Alejandro, after all.
It's
Alejandro...
slow going in the beginning.
True.
But...
By the way, he hasn't been around very much. He started doing some kind of weekly thing during our Saturday time, and that's frustrating. I hate when you have something that brings you together, and then somebody goes and, you know, like, undoes the thing. Like, for instance, say I met somebody through Discord, and we're Discord friends, and then they're like, oh, I don't use Discord anymore, and now there's nothing to connect us, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know what you're saying.
So... meeting somebody through the stream and then they give up the stream, it makes it hard to stay in touch with them. No sir, I don't like it. So, I don't know, I was thinking maybe the Blair Witch game, that's a scary game.
Is that new?
Icky, let's do the last round of the contest,
He's
seriously.
already doing it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he said 5 minutes.
No, let's just...
Intersection, fight million guys. Intersection, fight million guys.
Yeah,
Intersection, fight million guys. Strafe, 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 strafe. Twin stick shooters like this can get repetitive.
Man, this
Yay,
game wrote the
Platinum.
book on repetitive.
You're just here to win the last prize.
Yeah, Platinum, we're glad you made it. This is a $15 game, only on Xbox, Switch, and Steam. I'm gonna go on a limb and say PlayStation's not that much of a loss not having this particular.
This is like a
It really is
slam your
giving invisible
PlayStation against the
paint.
wall because you won't be able to play it type of thing.
And it seems like there's 3 different worlds you can go to, like 3 campaigns or whatever. Oh, but they do have different graphics when you go to a different campaign, so at least there's that.
It's not that different. It's brown instead of green.
Yeah, but I mean that's what it needed. Like just a million levels of green. That was too much.
A million, huh?
That's what it felt like. I'd rather play just a plain old flying spaceships around twin stick shooter like Geometry Wars or something.
Geometry Wars is cool.
Yeah.
The third one was hard.
Who would ever go to
Good night,
war
Mogbox.
to
Thank you for
teach
joining us.
Geometry.
What?
I said who would ever go to war to teach
No, they're
geometry.
fighting to end geometry.
Well, then, hey, somebody needs to go back in time until, you know...
Geometry is when I stopped enjoying math at school. In school.
Trigonometry is the hard one for me. Like, I dislike geometry more than trigonometry, but trigonometry is so necessary for future levels that, like, if you can't grasp it, it's tough.
I'm having to teach physics students trig so they can do the problems.
Physics sucks.
Yes.
Oh, I can tell everybody a little
The
story
theory
real quick. What'd you say, Tyler?
I just said this area looks different, so that's
Yeah,
nice.
because I went back to the main world, and there's 3 little campaigns you can go on, and so I went to a different one just to give us something different to see. So at least there's that, but you still have to...
Yeah.
Yeah, once you pick one, you're stuck with it over and over and over until you get to the end. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we had a lockdown at my school. I forgot to tell that story. I told it in Discord, so Discord users would know the story already, or at least part of it. But yeah, a lockdown is when they announce it over the speaker, and you have to turn off all the lights in your room, and everyone huddles in the corner and hopes not to get shot. That's a lockdown. So, you know, thank you, Republicans, for that. But it was 30 minutes long. Like, we had to sit there a very long time. You can't play on your phones. You're not supposed to make any noise or emit any light, because you are trying to make every room seem unoccupied, or at least where they can't tell which ones are occupied. But then, you know, after 30 minutes, they let us up. And it turns out to have been... It was... am I allowed to, like, talk about it publicly, or will I get in trouble?
No, I don't think so.
I'm not allowed to, or it's
no,
fine?
I don't think they'll get in trouble.
Okay, yeah, anyway, there was a gun threat. Like, somebody thought a student came to school with a gun, so they had to lock everything down and find the student and find who had said it and all that. And it just took them a while to do that. The student did not have a gun, thankfully. Someone take that movie. I don't know what If I Stay is. You know, maybe we could have given it to...
I know what it is.
Is it good?
It has
Yeah, well,
the girl
it's based
from
on a... Yeah, it's based on
30
a
Rock
book.
in it.
And basically she has to decide if she wants to stay or move on to whatever comes next after death.
She's in heaven?
No, she's kind of in stasis. She's in a coma, I think.
In a
And
coma?
then
Yeah, it sounds like
basically-
that Robin Williams movie.
What Dreams May
Where-
Come? That was so
Yes.
bad. Boy,
I
that
didn't
movie
like
was-
it either, but some people like it.
Yeah,
I said
Brandy likes it, I think. I did not.
what I liked is the pretty.
Tyler, take the movie. Someone take that movie. I can't just always have it as a prize and no one will ever take
I'll
it.
take it. I'll take it.
Yay! Tyler's gonna watch If I Stay. You have to report
Wait,
back.
did I promise that?
Yes.
Well, the book is a lot better than the movie,
New Traps.
but
Who's the book by?
that one I'd have to look back up.
See, before you went ahead and told us what it was about, I would have guessed it was about the Clash.
No,
You know, like If I Stay or If I Go Now.
I know.
If I Stay, there could be double. Something like that. How do I not like it? Because there's not very much to like. It's colorful, but I didn't like the story at all, and I don't like the characters. When they tell you one character is actually somebody else towards the end, like, I just thought that was a dumb reveal and not a cool reveal.
I thought it was beautiful.
It's based on a Richard Matheson novel, and I love Richard Matheson. He wrote I Am Legend and other good things. Oh, Somewhere in Time, he wrote that. That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, he's a prolific sci-fi author from, say, the 50s to the 80s or so. How do you get up there? Interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, some people liked it. It was not a hit. I did not like it. I blind bought it, watched it, didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
Thank you, Tyler. What did you not like about it, since Perfect Heroes taking us to task?
So long, I couldn't tell you.
Do you remember it's like they go through a bunch of like colorful dream worlds in the afterlife, and somebody's actually the guy's daughter or something, which doesn't make any sense. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to think about it anymore. Alright, way to go, Jordan. Thank you. So everybody, we've been playing the Ambassador Fractured Timelines for Xbox One. It's also on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's $15. You may enjoy it more than I did. I wish I had liked it more. It's very technically competent. It's just so repetitive, and that's a shame. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thank you, Tyler, for co-hosting.
Good to be here.
Thank you, Icky, for running the contest. Thank you, Brandy, for being awesome.
Always.
I love you all, and remember, don't hate, appreciate.
See you guys.
Bye.
That ought to hold those little SOBs.
Thank you, the sea. You were a great participant tonight. You and Thyrenia both. We miss Wolfblade. Tell him I said hi. Vinny, it's great hanging out with you. Jostin, great to see you again. Jesus Ninja. Homie Drew. Darker Player. Platinum Astric made it. No Time for Games. Philosophy was here. I know there were others. BX Heat, naturally. Jono. Braumeister. Although I think Jono and Braumeister nowadays seem to multitask a lot, so we don't get as much out of them as we used to. But at least they're here.